Guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see from the title, background, and thumbnail, we got some Avengers Doomsday news, official Avengers Doomsday news, not any leaked things or anything. So to give you a little bit of a preference, I guess there's some sort of Comic-Con going on this weekend. I don't know exactly what the convention was, but Marvel decided they wanted to show up, and Kevin Feige got on stage and was talking about upcoming Marvel movies, upcoming future plans. One of them ended up being X-Men, so he officially confirmed we're getting an X-Men film, which we already knew we were getting an X-Men film, but he said it's going to be the first film after Secret Wars. So that's exciting. But then he also dropped this first, I don't know if it's a poster. Everyone's calling it concept art, so I'm just going to go with Avengers concept art. So, but he dropped this first official Doomsday concept art on us, and I'm not going to lie, it's pretty fucking sweet. I mean, I remember I first saw this morning, and I didn't know if it was real. I didn't know if it was just one of those, like, because that's been the thing with Avengers Doomsday so far. Everything we see is just been like AI recreations of real things. Like, I don't know if you've seen on the internet or not, but there's like this video of like all the X-Men and Avengers coming together. And for everyone that I've heard is like, yeah, this is real, but it's used AI to recreate it. And it's just like, that's been the marketing so far with Avengers Doomsday. It's just everything is AI recreations of real things. So this is like the first official thing we're getting from Avengers Doomsday. And I gotta say, man, this actually looks pretty sweet. This actually looks pretty freaking sweet. I mean, it's a lot like the Infinity War concept art from way back in the day, but of course, obviously, to our current day MCU. But yeah, I gotta say, this is a sweet ass concept art. I love the X-Men down there. I mean, Cyclops in his suit, it is just perfection. James Marsden got the raw deal back in X-Men Last Stand, and now he is getting the upper hand and actually getting in his X-Men suit. I mean, look at Channing Tatum's Gambit, a character we weren't even supposed to technically have. Look at him. He's in an Avengers Doomsday movie. I am curious what they're going to do about that. That's been a theory I've been having since the end of Deadpool Wolverine, is like, how are they going to incorporate Channing Tatum's Gambit into this X-Men? Unless they were saying he always was a part of it and he got lost in the void. I don't know how they're gonna fucking do his Gambit, but I'm excited as hell for his Gambit. I mean, look at Beast right there, bro. Now that he looks a little, I mean, just this is concept art, but he looks a little bit smaller. He looks a little less muscular than he did in the Marvel's post-credit scene where he was kind of huge. But honestly, I don't mind that. Like, I don't mind that look right there for Beast right there. And of course, you got Magneto in a comic accurate suit. Looks great. Ian McKellen, fucking amazing Magneto. I'm more of a Michael Fassbender Magneto, but Ian McKellen is, I mean, crazy. You have good old Charles Stewart as Professor Xavier. He looks good. I mean, all the X-Men right there look fucking fantastic, man. I do have a theory, and I've been holding on to this theory for a while, and this is the perfect place to spread that theory all over you. I've been standing on this since Deadpool and Wolverine, so I'll be proven wrong when Avengers Doomsday comes out. But I have a feeling that our Wolverine that we found in Deadpool and Wolverine, the worst Wolverine, that version of Wolverine, I think comes from this X-Men universe. And let me pitch you the theory. So the theory is, if you watch Deadpool and Wolverine, Wolverine specifically says he stumbled home from the bar shit-faced. The Sentinels, or I'm sorry, the humans got the X-Men, and so that's what he assumed, right? But because he was gone, he doesn't really know what happened. So in my head, I thought, what if it was the Sentinels? What if it's that battle we see in Avengers Doomsday that comes, takes out these X-Men? Logan just assumed it was the humans that got to them, blamed himself, yada, yada, yada. Because if you look at all these X-Men have comic accurate cartoon comic suits, right? Wolverine does too. And if you watch in Deadpool Wolverine, they kept pushing on him to wear his suit. So I have a feeling that Wolverine from Deadpool Wolverine comes from this universe, this whatever universe this is going to be. I think they come from this universe. It makes the most sense with Wolverine having his comic accurate to a T costume, all of these costumes being comic accurate to a T. I feel like it makes the most sense. And maybe that's where Gambit came from too. Maybe Gambit is from that universe and they have an illogical explanation for why he wasn't in that universe and he just came from the void. I don't know that one. But yeah, in terms of the X-Men, they look amazing. Now the Fantastic Four is interesting. So like they're not necessarily new suits, but they are new suits. The only thing new on the Fantastic Four, honestly, are their coats, which Reed has the white, which honestly, I will say I love that look. But the problem Problem I have is I wish he would just zip it up. I wish he would just zip up the thing, man, because then they would look like their future Foundation costumes, and that would be amazing. I love the future Foundation costumes for the Fantastic Four, but honestly, can't say much with the Fantastic Four just because again, it's literally the exact same suits, just with a coat, with a blue and white vest over it. But it looks great, man. They look great. Uh, of course, you got Falcon up there. We're actually sorry, Captain America and Falcon. You got Captain America and Falcon up there. They look good. I will say, I liked Anthony Mackie's Captain America suit personally in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, the bright white and blue. And I don't really like his Brave New World suit, and it looks like they're keeping the Brave New World suit. So that's disappointing. That's disappointing to say the least. Of course, over here you got Shang-Chi. It's happy to see him again, man. He had one movie and like one appearance, and he's just been idle since. I'm happy that he's in this movie, honestly. He was a really cool addition to Phase 4. And then you got Shuri and M'Baku. You got them, which again, they look great. I mean, they look like they did in Wakanda Forever, so can't complain about that. Moving on here to the left side, we have the Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers. They look like how they did in the post-credit scene. Not going to comment much on that. But someone did point out something when I was watching on my little TikTok feed earlier. Someone pointed out Ant-Man is back in his Endgame suit. Now, at the end of Quantum Mania, obviously, his helmet got destroyed when fighting Kang. Maybe it just makes sense that, he just gets another suit. But I've also heard a theory of what if they pluck Ant-Man? Because obviously we're going back to the Endgame thing, and there was some time travel and there was some meddling going on. What if they go back and pluck Ant-Man from the quantum realm during that time? I think that's a little stretch. I mean, I don't know. They're going back and they're tweaking Endgame. I think at this point we've all accept they're going back and they're tweaking Endgame. So maybe they do. Maybe they pluck Ant-Man out from the quantum realm and they do kind of like what they did in the movie of Endgame, where it's Captain America from 2012 fights Captain America from Endgame, and maybe it's this version of Ant-Man is from the Endgame 5-year blip or whatever. I don't know, but I wouldn't. For me, I don't read too much into the fact that he's in his Endgame suit. I would just assume, okay, because this is concept art. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's just the suit they had to put him in for the concept art. They don't want to spoil what actual suit that he's wearing. And of course, we got Chris Hemsworth Thor up here, which I'm so happy that they gave him his Infinity War look again. I don't mind the Love and Thunder suit at the end. I like the brightness of it, but that suit and that Thor does not match what we're gonna get in here. And I'm telling you what, I don't like Ragnarok, and I don't like Love and Thunder. I love when the Russos have Thor. For whatever it is, when the Russos have Thor, he's just amazing. He is utilized well. He's badass. I love when the Russos have Thor. So I'm like, yes, give me Infinity War Thor again. And it looks like they're doing that. His lightning's a little different. I don't know if that's just for the concept art or what, but his lightning, it looks yellow-ish. Again, just could be concept art. I'm not going to read too much into that. But yeah, he looks great. I mean, he looks just like Infinity War Thor. Of course, we got our main man Cap here, and everything from the leaks I've been hearing is that this is how he's going to be the whole movie. He's not going to suit up. He's not going to be in a fucking Captain America suit or anything. He's going to be just Chris Evans with long hair and Mjolnir. Okay, I mean that's fine. I look at it like I get it why they don't want to take away, if you put Chris Evans in a Captain America suit, it's going to take away from Anthony Mackie's Captain America. That's kind of, it's a given. So I get it. What I wish they would have done is just give him like something other than just, hey, it's Chris Evans in a black shirt and long hair. Give me something. You know what I mean? Like, give me something that's a little more like, okay, no, like, I don't know. Because again, I go back to when he wore his Nomad suit in Infinity War. It wasn't a Captain America suit. It was just a really weathered, dirty looking Captain America suit. So I feel like they could have done something like that. So like in terms of his look, it's not bad, but it's just like, yeah, it's Chris Evans with long hair and a black shirt. Nothing special. Nothing special. But yeah, it is interesting. He's going to have Mjolnir the whole movie. That's going to be dope to see that, because we only got it for like 10 minutes in Endgame, which was badass. But if he's going to have that weapon the whole movie, I think it's going to be really cool to see how he utilizes it. I don't know if he's going to have his shield or not. I haven't seen or heard any sort of leaks about if he's going to have his shield, because that would be cool if he had a shield and Mjolnir, but it looks like he's just going to have Mjolnir. And before we get into the big guy there in the middle, if you peep right there above Cyclops, I just noticed, actually, I was about to start talking about Doctor Doom, but I just noticed him. There's Loki. Loki's right there in the middle, which is actually pretty cool. I'm glad that we're getting a little bit, because that's like one of the worst kept secrets, as Loki's going to be in here. And I'm like, oh, there's Loki. tiny bit right there. So, I like that they showed off Loki briefly. He's tiny back there in the background, but I like that Loki's in there. But yeah, the main man, the main dude behind the mask, Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. And again, we've been seeing this concept art. We've been seeing images of him on toys, Lego sets, fucking, we saw that a couple, I think it was a year or two ago. We saw the one of the first little images of Doctor Doom at like a little expo as well. But seeing him now officially in real thing, the mask looks great. I mean, it looks better than the mask that we got in the two in the two Fantastic Four movies we got from '05. I don't hate those designs, but they're definitely not close to Doctor Doom. And of course, it's way better than the Fan Four Stick one. So I will say, for me personally, I like my Doctor Doom's eyes to be a little bit like closer. So like I don't like seeing all the skin around his eyes. I like it to be like closer, but I get it because at that point it's just Iron Man, which I mean people are already at this point assuming this is just gonna be an Iron Man variant as Doctor Doom. So I get why they want to do it, but to me, just nitpick. I like the mask a little more tighter around his eyes than just actually seeing the flesh around it. But I get it. That's how it is in the comic books too. So just more saying what I personally like. But no, I mean, it looks great. I don't know. And again, I don't know if it's just for concept art or what, but the white eyes are interesting to me. I don't know if that's just like when he uses his magic, if that's how his eyes look through the whole movie. I don't know. It's cool nonetheless, but yeah, no, I mean, I think this looks great. Honestly, I mean, I get this movie's just going to be a bunch of jangling keys and a bunch of like, hey, look who came back, look who came back. I get it, but man, I can't help but like all the rumors I'm hearing about like Toby and Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds Deadpool all have a scene together. I mean, you have the X-Men, the Fox X-Men in their comic accurate suits. I mean, look at Nightcrawler. I didn't even mention him. Look at fucking Mystique. She looks fucking great. I mean, like they all look great. And so I get it. This movie's just going to be nothing but cameo fest and nostalgia and shit like that. But honestly, I'm really fucking excited for this, man. I can't help but like, I know walking in what this is going to be. This is going to be, comic overload jerk off fest for 2.5 hours, but I'm there for it, man. I mean, you give me Cyclops and his comic accurate thing. You give me Doctor Doom looking fucking sweet. I'm there for it. One thing I will say too, speaking of, I'm going to talk about the Fantastic Four real quick. I want more powers from Reed. I want him to do more stretching. I want him to do more things. You know what I mean? Like he didn't do a lot of that in the Fantastic Four movie. I want like how they handled him in the Fantastic Four movies from the '05, where he's just stretching all over the place. I want stretchy man. I want stretchy Reed. So, but yeah, guys, that is the first official art for Avengers Doomsday. You guys let me know what you think down below. Do you love this? Do you hate this? Are you excited for this movie? I mean, and plus, honestly, too, I'm sure they're showing this off because they're going to show us the trailer soon. I was willing to bet money that they were going to put the trailer in front of Brand New Day because like they put those little 4 teasers in front of Avatar. And so I thought, okay, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to put the trailer in front of Spider-Man because they know 1 billion plus people are going to go see Spider-Man the weekend of. So show the trailer there. But it's looking like it's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, July 25th. So week before Spider-Man. So, but yeah, guys, you jump in the comments. You let me know. What do you think of this Avengers Doomsday first official look? And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.